Alrighty guys, welcome back to another LEGO set review from BrickByBrick into December 10768 Buzz and Bo Peep's Playground Adventure, retailing for $25 in the United States and containing 139 pieces. This is the third largest set to come from the LEGO Toy Story 4 wave. Of course, all of them were 4 plus, but you know, this was a decent looking one of the later reveals, and it does have one instruction booklet, and you know, it's just like all the other 4 plus sets. You know, it does have regular minifigures though, and this one does have the exclusive Gabby Gabby, so I did want to pick this one up. And you know, the box has a decent design. It's a little bit thicker than your average set box, and you know, just shows some of the features and how easy it is to build on the back. And yeah, this one was a very quick build as a result. We'll start off here with the little skunk car, which I was actually surprised after seeing the movie that this was somewhat based on something inside of it. I was expecting this to be just something completely made up for the LEGO set, but you know, it isn't. The tail piece here is a leaf, palm tree leaf piece in black, and that actually works pretty decently for the skunk's bushy tail here. And you know, you can just move that up and down. You can set a figure inside. You could also move it back if you wanted to, and I guess maybe include a steering wheel piece of your own. They don't give you one with this set. But you know, you could do that if you wanted to. And there is also this area up here, so you could fit 2 figures on here if you sit one up here and one on the front stud here. If we use Bo Peep, the cape will be kind of bunched up there. But you know, for the size of the vehicle, it's got a good amount of functionality to it. And we do have this exclusive like astromech droid truncated cone shape pieces with a print for, you know, little skunk eyes and hair, and that just attaches in with a Technic axle, and you know, looks pretty decently respectable. I also appreciate the use of the fez piece to create the notes. I don't know, I like the shape that makes, and it comes out pretty decently, in my opinion at least. Next up, we get this little playground merry-go-round thing, and you know, it spins really well, low friction in there. You know, once you get it going, it'll spin real nicely. And you can, you know, stick a figure on there, and you could stick multiple on there if you wanted to. You can also send them flying like that, I suppose. But you know, other than that, it just is what it is. It's not, you know, put on the base symmetrically, so I guess that allows you to stand a figure out in front. Because if it was right in the center, you'd have difficulty standing a figure anywhere. But you know, other than that, it just is what it is. And we'll see how this looks with the rest of it later. And here we have the full playground build, and it's a decent size for a $20 set, I would say. You know, maybe feels a little bit small if it's $25, but you know, there are a lot of large pieces here, and you know, it's relatively simple in level of detail, I guess. But maybe volume-wise, the price is about. It's probably that the volume of stuff is what you would expect from like decent, you know, about $20 set a couple of years ago, but the level of detail is a lot lower, and I think that's where the problem comes in. And this is a 4 plus set, so you would sort of expect that. But you know, starting on this side, you build these separately and then attach them with the ladder. Over here, you know, we have this small little area with a little climbing wall, so you know, your figures would stand up on the little ledges there and just climb up and access this area. Obviously, this is designed so that the toys are the size of people in this playground. So I don't know, maybe this is a toy playground. I know it's supposed to be representing the real one, but you know, I guess it makes some amount of sense. And you can just stand figures up here. There's a little fence on the back, and this cool little window sort of playground bubble feature thing. You know, I remember those from playgrounds from when I was a kid, and this can be angled up and down if you wanted to. There's a little area underneath here that you could hide underneath as well. And there's this leaf that moves back and forth. That's for a feature that we'll see in a little while. And moving over to this one before we combine them together, there's nothing underneath here, but it is tall enough for you to fit figures underneath. You have another leaf that'll move back and forth. This ladder, which if you wanted to separate them, you could have this ladder just stand up there like that. There is nothing up here in this top area, some flowers and a fence, and a slide, which you know, you could climb up and then just come down the slide like that. The slide is built up of 2 pieces, it's by 2 different colors. The multiple colors looks a little weird, but you know, you have some decent color consistency across the whole set, with it really only using blue, orange, and yellow. And you know, this back panel piece is printed and looks nice, respectable. You can open these windows up too if you'd like to. And now the roof is in medium azure. There's a little flag up there. And just on the inside of this little area, we have this little stove section. And you can pull that out. It is just on a jumper. And there's nothing inside, but on top we have this pan and one of those little 1x1 fried egg or cracked egg printed tiles, which is kind of cool, and you do get an extra included in the set because it is a small piece. And as I said before, you can clip these together just like that. This side is one plate higher than this side only because of the base. The supports are the same height. I guess I didn't show you that. We use these support pieces, 4 of them in the set, which is kind of cool. And then we have these 2 leaves that come here together like that. We can bring this out in front to make it look a little bit cooler. Throw a figure up here and a figure down here, I guess. And then we can show you what these leaves are for, and that is so that you can take your skunk vehicle and just drive it straight on through and actually run into Buzz accidentally and attempt that again and then just drive straight on through, and there you go. Yeah, it's a decent feature, and if it works, I guess, in the context of this scene. But that is the total amount of stuff that you get, and we'll talk about this a little bit more after we look at the figures. But I don't think that this is a terrible value for $25. To me, the majority of the cool factor of this set lies in this one figure here, Gabby, and she is an exclusive character to the set. Obviously, she was new to Toy Story 4, so we don't have a previous version of her from the previous theme. And I think that the hairpiece is a good choice. It was introduced in the Series 18 Party Girl minifigure, and this is just a new color of that, and it looks good, I think. The face print, I believe, is exclusive to her. She's got the smiling side there, and then she has the slightly, I don't know, maybe it's just because it's this character, because I guess with the hairpiece not on it, it didn't look this way to me, but it sort of looked a little bit more sinister, maybe, slightly, which I guess sort of implies that she is the bad guy, which, I don't know, I'm not going to elaborate on that, but the torso print is really good. I like the little fine white dots, and she also has this really awesome printed skirt piece that was introduced in Disney Series 1, so it's cool to see it back here, and it is molded in regular yellow and just printed up with a bunch of white dots. And the figure almost looks like it's cool yellow just because of all the white dots on there. And underneath that skirt piece, there's a little bit of printing on her legs. It doesn't wrap around the sides, which is a little bit unfortunate, but other than that, it's really well done figure. And the other 2 figures are not exclusive to this set. They are both new for Toy Story 4. So this is the Toy Story 4 version of Buzz, but he appears in 2 other sets. The Carnival ride thing, as well as the larger $50 Carnival set, and Bo Peep only otherwise appears in the $50 Carnival set. And both these figures are fine. I think Bo Peep is better than Buzz because Buzz's face does not look all that great, but Bo does get her staff here, which is cool, and her torso print and leg print is nice. I like the new mold for her hair, and her face is good, I think. Nothing crazy special or anything, but also has an alternate facial expression, and there's a little bit of printing on her back underneath there. She does have the junior style cape with just the single hole in it, so it doesn't get too hard for kids to put on there. And then she does have a little ponytail in the bag as well. Buzz uses the same armor and wing pieces as the original one, as well as helmet, but there's a little bit of a slight difference in the symbol on the chest there. That's the only difference between all of those 4 parts. But if we remove that, we're able to see the printing on his torso underneath. Unlike the Disney CMF, he does not have the laser printed on his arm, which is unfortunate. He does have a little bit of back printing, which I believe the Disney CMF did not have that, and it definitely did not have this logo on the front. So the torso is sort of more akin to the original 2010 version, but the legs are updated to look more like the Disney CMF version. Still, I think the Disney CMF is probably the best version of Buzz that we've gotten. Obviously, the 2011 one also had the molded head, so this is sort of a combo between the 2. But unfortunately, the face print is not as opaque as it should be. Overall, I don't think this is the strongest Toy Story set out there, but I don't think this is half bad. The playground build isn't terrible. It doesn't look super duper juniorized. Yes, it's got a low level of detail, but you know, it wouldn't stand out too much. And it sort of makes sense, I guess, maybe because, the playground is for kids, so maybe they're trying to make it for the kid minifigures look all simple and bright and colorful. And, that's okay. I mean, I don't have a problem with that. The skunk car is very oversimplified as well, but honestly, I didn't even expect it to exist, so, it's got a little bit going for it. The Gabby Gabby figure is fantastic, and I love that. The Bo Peep figure is great as well, and, if you don't get the $50 set, this is a good place to get it. The Buzz is okay. I think the biggest use for me is going to just be having some of these that stay in good condition, because some of my 2011 Buzzes are a little bit well played with, but, overall, I don't think this is too bad. I don't think it's... Oh, the other thing that I should mention is the fried egg print that's in there. That's a really nice printed tile. But, further than that, this is sort of... If you're a Toy Story fan, you might like it. If you're an adult Toy Story fan, you'll probably like the figures. But, other than that, it's... I don't think this is a must-have set, but for really big Toy Story fans who want to collect every single Toy Story minifigure, Gabby Gabby is cool, and I don't think you'll hate yourself for buying the rest of it, especially if you get it on sale. $25, maybe. It's a little bit pricey for adult fans just looking to get this for figures, but I got this 40% off, $15. I don't think it was too much of a waste at that price. So, anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this review. If you did, let me know in the comment section down below, and I will see you guys all next time. Bye, everyone.